Hello everybody. Hi everyone and welcome to Pilates today. I hope you're all doing well. Sun is shining. We're going to have a lovely 30-minute class. So today we will need mats. Okay, so you just need a mat, and if it's the first time you've ever done this, welcome. You will need a mat or just a nice carpet, nice and soft, just so it supports your back. Okay, let me just set myself up a little bit more. Wonderful. So I hope we're all okay. If no one has done Pilates before, I would suggest you go back to the classes back in January, right at the start of the year, because that's when I explain more about the pelvis and what Pilates, can do for you, and how it will really drastically change your body and your life, and also your mind as well. Hi everyone. Hope you're all okay. We'll just give it a few more seconds for people to get joined in and set up. Hope I'm not too wonky with my camera. Okie dokie. Right, let's get going then. So what we're going to do first of all is just going to sit cross-legged. Just sit up really tall, drop the knees down. We're going to lift up the spine, and we're going to just place the wrists onto the knees. Let the fingers drop. Have the chin parallel to the floor. And I always like to sit cross-legged because it really helps us to open up our hips. So because we've never really sat cross-legged since we were probably about 8 years old at primary school, we get really stiff. So by just a few minutes every single day, just practicing like this, you will definitely feel a lot better, and it'll really open up your lower body. So try and keep that spine really long and lifting. Relax the wrists onto the knees, stretch and relax the fingers. You can close your eyes here if you want to. And what we're going to do is inhale and lift the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, push all the way down. And again, inhale, come up. And exhale, lower. And inhale, come up. And exhale, lower. Wonderful. And then we can just exhale, drop the right ear to the right shoulder, push down with that left shoulder into the middle. Exhale, left ear to the left shoulder, push the right shoulder down into the middle. Now let's look over the right shoulder, push both shoulders down. You'll be surprised at how much tension we hold in our neck and shoulders. It's a very big problem area for more or less every single human. So by practicing pushing down, we're opening up all the muscles of the upper body. Now what we're going to do is just cross the other ankle over. So sorry, I was meant to say, if you're really struggling sitting like this, just walk the ankles out a little bit, and that will relieve tension you've got in your hips. So just sit up nice and tall. And again, let's have right ear to right shoulder, stretch. Into the middle, left ear, left shoulder. Into the middle, over the right shoulder. Into the middle, over the left shoulder. Into the middle. And now we're just going to half a semicircle with the chin. So we're drawing half a semicircle with our chins, releasing any tension we may have. Wonderful. And then let's place the left hand down. Let's lift the right arm up. We drop that right arm, and then we lean right over. So we don't want to collapse like this. We want to keep the body open, stretching all of our ribs, opening up the sides of our body. Come down, inhale up, and exhale, lower, over. And then come back up. Fabulous. Let's place our right hand behind us and our left hand on our right knee. We inhale and exhale, look over the right shoulder. And come into the middle. Left hand behind, right hand on left knee. Inhale, exhale, turn. And then come back in. Fabulous. Now let's just inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, drop the hands down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Well done. Now let's come onto our front. So we're going to be doing a lot of hip and leg work today, I thought, because last week we did our chair. This week, let's focus on our legs. So first things first, I want you to imagine someone super glued your glutes to your heels. So keep them there, then place the hands on the floor and we breathe in and then we breathe out. We slide the fingertips away from us so we're opening up our back. So this creates a lot of flexibility in our shoulders. We lengthen out, so it's really good if you've got a sore back. Keep your eyes looking down towards the mat. Just breathe in and out. Wonderful. And then come all the way back in. Okay, now what we're going to do is open up our knees so our big toes are together. We're sinking down once again. Hands on here. Inhale. Exhale, stretch out. And then come forward. So you might feel this in the inner thighs and in the hips. And then trail the hands, and then let's come all the way up. Let's come onto all fours. So we're having the knees in line with the hips and the wrists in line with the shoulders. We're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale. Nod the chin round through the spine and push up. So we're opening up the lower back and the spine to the really sensitive area of our bodies. And then we're going to exhale, stick our glutes out. So let's go again. Let's nod the chin and round up. Exhale, look forward. And again, nod round, stretch, stretch, stretch. And uncurl, look forward. One more time, nod it round. And then come forward. Okay, now what I want you to do is we're just going to warm up our wrists. So come back onto your knees and then come forward onto the wrists, but we don't want to cause too much pressure here. We just want to feel the wrists starting to wake up. Okay, so if this is really uncomfortable, you can place a towel or cushion underneath your knees and your wrists if you want to. Okay, and then what we're going to do is place that left hand right to the top of the mat. And our right arm comes underneath, and we call this thread the needle. So we want to stick our glutes all the way back and stretch this left arm forward and open up again the shoulders and the upper body. Come in and push up and then stretch the right arm up, left hand underneath and sink it back. And then come back up. And now let's just open up our chests. So place the back of the hands together. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms round, push, squeeze, the elbows together, look up. And then come back in. Let's do it one more time. So that should feel really nice. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze it, and look up slightly. Okie dokie. Right, so let's start now. We're just going to warm up our core. So come straight onto the back and have the feet hip width apart. So you want a direct line between the, sort of like a diagonal line between your ankle and your knee, and nod the chin and just slowly roll down. Okay, so your feet hip width, pelvis is in neutral. So just very quickly with the pelvis, if you tuck the pelvis under, so the back's flat into the mat. Push the fingertips underneath the hips, and we create a little gap between our back and the mat, and that hopefully should be in neutral alignment. Now what we're going to do is we're going to extend the right leg long, and we're going to hug the left knee towards the chest. So first things first, just while we're still warming up, because it's lovely and sunny, but it's a little bit fresh today. Well, it is where I am anyway. Hug it in, and now point both toes. So you're opening up your hips. Then what we do is we take a nice deep breath in and we breathe out, we bring the forehead to the knee. Okay, now if your forehead isn't touching your knee, don't worry, that's why we keep coming to get nice and strong, but we're curling up and we're using our core muscles here. We then place the head back down, hands down, push the foot up in towards the ceiling, inhale, and exhale, slowly lower that leg all the way down. The right side, hug it in, hands over the knee, inhale, exhale, nice and squeeze. Now keep pointing through that left toe. So what we're doing, I can feel this here in my left thigh. Come in, lower it down, hands come down, push up through that heel, exhale, slowly lower it down. Wonderful. And hopefully if you slowly lower it, you'll feel it in your tummy. Hug that left knee in, inhale, exhale, forehead to the knee, and lower, hands down, push up, inhale, exhale, lower. Right knee, bring it in, inhale, exhale, forehead to the knee. Keep stretching through those left toes, open up that hip, lower it down, hands down, push that foot up, breathe in, and breathe out, lower. Left side, let's do it 2 more times each side. Point both toes, hands over the shin, inhale. Now nod your chin, squeeze up with that core. So even if you're here, it doesn't matter, just keep reaching and squeezing. Lower it down, hands down, push the foot up, breathe in, and breathe out, slowly lower. Well done. Hopefully we can really feel it in our tummies. Hug the right knee in, inhale, exhale, forehead to the knee. Head down, hands down, push up. So we're also creating so much flexibility in our legs, and when we push our foot into the ceiling, we're opening up our leg muscles even more. Slowly lower it down. Last time now, hug that in. Now really point through both toes. Hands over the shin, inhale, exhale, forehead to knee, try and squeeze it up. And lower, hands down, push up. Push into that foot, breathe in, breathe out, slowly lower it down. Very good, last time this side. Hug it in, hands over the shin, inhale, exhale, come on. Lower it down, hands come down, push the foot up, breathing in, breathing out, slowly lower. Well done, everyone. Place the soles of the feet together and the knees go out wide. So just stretching out the inner thigh and the hip, which is, if you look at your body, look at your hips are in the middle of your body. So they take so much impact from the lower part and the upper part. Now bring the knees in, we're going to inhale and then exhale nice and slow, that the knees fold out. Just breathe in and out. Come back in. Wonderful. Have the soles of the feet flat to the floor. And we're going to have the hands flat on the floor. Now we're coming up into our bridge, which is very good for pelvic floor muscles and lower back and your core too. So inhale, tuck that pelvis and lift all the way up. Now, if you want, you can keep the hands here. You can clasp them underneath, or you can lift your arms up and you can even float your hands back. Now, only do this if you're strong enough in the lower back. Don't sink your glutes down to the floor. Keep it squeezing up. Hands come up and then very gently lower down. And again, inhale, tuck the pelvis and squeeze up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale. You can hold it here or float the arms back. Lift it up. Good. And lower down. Make it extra challenging. If you wish, you can start with your hands on the floor or you can lift your arms up towards the ceiling. So we inhale, lift, squeeze up, push into those heels. Feel nice and strong. Exhale, hands stay there or hands float back. Lifting it up. And lower it down. Okay, last one. Let's go. Tuck the pelvis and lift up. And hold it here for 3, 2, 1. If you want to float your arms back, feel free. Keep the space between the neck and the shoulders. Lift it up. And then exhale. Tuck that pelvis down. Hug those knees in. Well done, everyone. Just rock from side to side. Perfect. Okay, let's start to work on our hips. So I'm just going to move it back because I know that I'm not perfectly in the shot right now. So I just want to make sure everyone can see me. Okay, fabulous. So we're going to lay onto our left side first, working into our right leg. So we're going to place the elbow on the floor, and your feet and your legs are parallel to each other. Now, sideline positions in Pilates are pretty difficult sometimes, especially as I'm not there to physically tell you, but I'm going to just explain it now. So the left elbow's on the floor, and so this part of the arm is supporting your elbow in your head. Now, take your right hand and place it underneath your rib cage. Pull it up, and then imagine that it's just along the side of the rib cage. That's where the body lays. Okay, otherwise what happens is we sink forward or forwards or backwards too much, and our spine is out of alignment. Now with your legs, have your hip all the way down to your knee, and the soles and this edge of the foot together. Okay, now you don't want your knees too far forward and you don't want them too far back. You sort of want them in like a nice diamond shape, so the top of a diamond between the knees and the ankles. Now what we're going to do first of all is we're just going to keep this part of the foot glued, and then we're going to lift up with the knee, and then we lower down. So we lift up and we lower. Now I need to move my feet back slightly because that is quite uncomfortable for me. So just play around and see how you get on. So let's squeeze up and let's lower. So we're activating and warming up our knees, our thighs, our hips. We're working on our core strength because it's taking effort for our body just to lay on one side. And then what I want you to do is lift both feet off the floor. So now the left part of your left thigh is touching the mat. Then what we do is we squeeze the knee up, and then we lower it down. So now this is really working into our hips. You'll feel it a little bit more, especially in the glutes. So lift it up, lower it down. Lift it up and lower. Lift and lower. Good, let's do 3 and down, 2 and down, 1. Let's hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, hug the knee in. Well done, and massage it out. Well done, very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite. So now we're going to keep the knees connected, and then we squeeze the foot up and lower. So we don't want our foot coming all the way over here, so we're looking like a proper mermaid. We want to keep the knees connected, and we're lifting the foot up no higher than this. So really, your hip is in line with your ankle, and then we lower. We squeeze and we lower. We squeeze and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower down. Good. Lift and down. This one isn't as bad, but again works really into the hips. Squeezing down. Good. Let's do 3, 2 and 1. Well done. Now just stretch that leg out, but just lift it off the bottom leg and just place it down on the floor. Now what I want you to do is just check in with the rib cage again. So just tuck it under. And now you want to place your right hand on your right hip and push it away. So there might not be a massive difference. It might just be like a couple of inches or so, or even a centimetre. But that helps to make sure that our legs are nice and long. Now keeping this left knee bent, we're going to lift up through that heel. So apologies, you can't see my foot that well. Just move up a little bit more. Okay, so from here, you're going to push through my foot or push through your own foot and just lift that leg up, and we're just going to pulse it here. So now we're activating more muscles in the backs of the legs, especially the calves, and this just really helps to strengthen us up. So let's just keep going, getting all that blood flowing. That's it. Let's keep going for 3, 2, 1. Place it down and hug the right knee in and massage it out again. Wonderful. Okay, last one on this side. Now I want you to do is point through your foot, lift your foot up as high as you can. So we don't want to lift it up really high so we're like this, because what happens is we round through the spine. We want to keep the spine long and open. So we push and then we lower down. So we point and lift, push and lower. Point and lift, push and lower. Point, lift, push, lower, point, lift, push, lower. 2 more. Point, lift, push and lower, point, lift, push and lower. Well done. I know it's burning, but you've done really well. Come to lie on your back, soles of the feet together, knees are out, and stretch out the hips. Well done, everybody. Bring it back in. Let's go over to the other side. So, first things first, right elbow onto the floor. Okay, left hand underneath that right rib cage and bend those knees. Okay, hand on the hip, push it away. And then when you're ready, we're just going to keep the soles of the feet glued down, and we're going to squeeze the knee up and lower it. Again, you might need to just rearrange yourself on your mat, because if your body's like in pain or very uncomfortable, it means you're just out of alignment slightly. But our knee isn't coming up very high because it's not meant to. Okay, we're just working up all the blood flowing around in our hip joint. Two and 1. Very good. Relax it down. Next one we did was we lifted the feet off. No, sorry, brought the feet down. Keep the knees together, and then we lift up the back foot, pushing through that heel and up and down. So squeeze down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down. This one doesn't feel as bad, does it? Lift it up and down. Keep breathing. Keep the upper body really long and strong. Just 1 more. And relax. Well done. And just massage out if you feel that's a little bit intense, because I know our muscles can get sore easily. Now what we're going to do is lift both feet off and let's squeeze up. So this is more intense. If it's easier for you, keep your feet on the floor. Squeeze and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Squeeze and down. 3 and down. 2 and down. 1 and down, and relax. Hug it in, massage it out. Well done. Fabulous work. Now extend that leg nice and long, and let's go for our pulses. So keep the side really strong, push through that heel, and just pulse up and down. Squeeze in. Your pulses don't have to be very big. 3, 2, 1. Relax it down completely. Okay, everyone, we've done so well so far. Let's do our last one. We point through that toe. We lift it up. We push through the heels and we lower it down, working into our ankles, which again, very important joint. Our ankles get us through life. They allow us to walk everywhere. They always need strengthening up. Let's do 3 more. Lift it up. Push. Lower. 2. Keep going. I know it's burning. And lower. 1. Lift it up. push, lower. Well done, everybody. Come leg onto your back, soles of the feet together, knees out nice and wide. And breathe. Well done. Really push those knees out, open up those hips. And then come back in. Let's have the feet as wide as you can. We inhale and exhale, bring the knees together. So stretch out that hip joint. And then come back out. Inhale, exhale, knees together. It feels odd but nice. And then come back in. Now let's have the left foot on the floor. Bend that right knee, so the right ankle's on the left thigh. We bring that right knee in, we inhale and we exhale, we push out. And then come back in. Well done. Place the right foot down, over the other side. Fingers on the left knee, inhale, exhale, push. Hold it there. Well done. Now, what we're going to do once again, place the soles of the feet together. Now, don't let the knees drop down just yet. We're going to use the breath here to get more out the exercise. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, soles of the feet together, knees out, and just hold it here. I want you to imagine someone pushing their fingertips on the inside of your knee, and they're opening up all of your inner thighs. Keep your spine long as well. Relax your shoulders down. And then inhale, come up. And then exhale, knees out to the side. And then come back in. Well done. Now come round onto your front, just like we did before. Feet together, toes together, sink it down. So set yourself up nice and strong. Place the palms flat on the mat. Inhale, then exhale, stretch those fingertips forward, stretch out the back, feel it in the inner thighs. Well done. Bring the knees in, we're going to curl the toes under, walk the fingertip hands forward. We're going into a downward dog. So take this nice and slow. Inhale, push up. Exhale, try and push your heels down to the mat. Now my legs are tight, so I'm going to lift one heel up at a time to really stretch everything away. Opening up those legs and the back. And then for 3, 2, 1, bring the knees down. And we're going to finish off sitting cross-legged. So now our hips are nice and warm. You might find that you're sitting cross-legged a lot easier. If you still can't, just walk those feet forward and enjoy this stretch. So from here, we've got more space between our hip and the knee, so therefore it's not as intense. But you will find the more you sit cross-legged, the easier it becomes. I have so many people say, oh, I've sat cross-legged now and it's so much better. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because if you keep practicing, your muscles open, your posture also as well. It really helps to keep the spine nice and long, and it just creates more flexibility within our bodies. So from here, place the left hand down, inhale, lift the right arm, exhale, just lean over to the side. Keep stretching. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches, and exhale, stretch. And then come back down. Stretch those fingertips out. So you're trying to touch the floor, but you can't. So open up the shoulders and the arms, and then just let go loose. Now let's just round through the spine. Pretend we're trying to win a competition for the worst posture ever. You're rounding over. Everything a Pilates teacher shouldn't tell you. Round down. And then what I want you to do is imagine you're lifting your spine. So your vertebrae stacking back up. You're lifting up really, really tall. You're stretching your arms out. Now I want you to feel the difference between how you were sitting just then. It might feel really natural to you. This might feel really uncomfortable, but the more you sit like this, the more your muscles will remember, and the taller you'll be and the stronger you'll be. Let's do it one more time. So round down. This time let's bring the hands in front. Round down. Try and get the elbows to the floor if you can. If you can't, don't worry, because it's very hard to do. It took me a long time to get to it, but just stretch it out. Even if your hands are here, you're still working towards it. And now when you're ready, inhale, lift everything up, stretch the arms up, lift up really, really tall. And exhale, lower down. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Give yourselves a little round of applause. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Every week I'll try and do something a little bit different. So today we focus more on the hips and strengthening that area. If you've got any questions, please just comment down below. I've also got a Facebook page, and on that is links to my YouTube channel, and I do a little exercise of the week every Friday to just a different body part or something that will help you if you've got any aches and pains. I'm back next Wednesday at 2:30, same time, same place, and I hope you all really, really enjoyed it. Oh, thank you all for your lovely comments. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can always refer back to these videos. They are saved on the page, and you know, from when I first started back in January with my live classes, there's lots of little tips and tricks, especially in the first two lives I did, really goes into depth about Pilates. So I always encourage you, even if you can't remember, look back, because I know when you're first new to something, it can seem like quite overwhelming, but the more you sort of listen and focus, the more your pelvis will just be in neutral, your spine will be taller, your core will get so much stronger as well. Thank you all so much. Lovely. I'm so pleased you're all enjoying it. Just what you needed. Fabulous. Well done. It's good just to get yourselves moving as well. Pilates is really good for your mobility. So, you know, keeping your joints all intact. Good. I'm so pleased you enjoyed it all. If you can read your comments down below. If you have got any questions, I'll always get back to you another time. But I'm so pleased you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week for another class. I didn't know how far I could bend. Well done. Sometimes you surprise yourself, which is great. Happy St. Patrick's Day as well. Time for a Guinness. Enjoy your Guinness. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye bye.